Hey, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders. Much respect to you brothers out there that's preaching His word in truth and sincerity. And shalom to the lake. So we're living in some beautiful times. Brothers is waking up around the world. We have, I believe we have one brother in Nigeria that's woke up and he's out there preaching the word. I believe he's by himself. And I had to check the videos again. But, just seeing a lot of other brothers out there, warning the flock, warning the sheep to wake up. And they out there by themselves, it gives you the utmost confidence as well. It does feel kind of, I guess you could say kind of lonely, but, the angels of the Lord that campeth around about him that fears and believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua and keep his commandments. So, we really ain't got nothing to worry about. It is a challenge because, when you have other brothers, you got other brothers to watch out. You got other brothers to, talk, converse with. Some of them are, pull out some precepts. Say you may forget a precept and, they come up with a precept and you just talking back and forth with each other. But, it is what it is. The Lord called us to come out here and preach his word. And it's beautiful, whether it's in season or out of season. I thank y'all Ba'ashem Yahshua for waking me up regardless, man. All right, because he could have chose anybody else to come out here and do this. But, he chose me. He chose other brothers, all right, that's around the world to wake up the sheep, to wake up the flock, to preach his word, let the people know that they Israelites, man. All right. So it's a beautiful thing, man. Like I said a couple weeks ago, I had downloaded like verses on the Bible on my other phone, and it had took up all my memory and all that stuff. But then I believed I deleted them all, but all of them wasn't deleted. All right, and what stayed was Jeremiah 1:5. All right. Jeremiah, the first chapter, and I believe Jeremiah, the second chapter. I was like, whoa. The Lord has ways of speaking to his men, all right? And so, I chose that as a way of speaking to me. I was like, whoa, because Jeremiah 1:5, that's a powerful chapter, man, all right? He chose you out of all the people to come out here and preach his word, all right? To declare the ending of Esau Edom's world. All right, it's an honor. All right, you gotta appreciate that he chose you out of all these people to go out here and preach his word. Like I said, it's an honor. All right, because you got these people with these doctorate degrees. They go into these Bible colleges, but he chose you out of all the people, man. So go out here and learn this word, preach this word. Don't take this thing lightly, man. All right, you that's in this thing, don't take it lightly. So you might look crazy in front of people, but that's all right, man. The Lord chose the foolishness of preaching. All right, the Lord chose the foolishness of preaching to wake up his elect. All right, I said this ain't for everybody, but let's get Jeremiah 1:5. All right, well, let's start at the fourth verse. Then the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. All right. So that's a beautiful thing, man. I say you in a small company of Israelites that believe that's going to wake up to this truth. Because the word does say, man, the 2/3 is going to be destroyed for not taking heed to this word. All right. Ultimately, in the kingdom, they're going to be saved and they're going to be your children in the kingdom. But, Lord willing, we have those men, we have their ilk. All right. We have them Israelites that get saved up out of here for putting our body as a living sacrifice. All right. You coming out here in the cold, in the heat, for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua, You know, expect to be rewarded if you endure to the end, but you got to endure to the end. All right. Many are called, but few are chosen. So endure to the end. All right. Like I say, you might look crazy out here in front of all these people, but like I said, the Lord chose the foolishness of preaching to wake up his elect. And we seen the elect wake up across the whole earth. All right. And this gospel, all right, is being preached around the whole world. And people's noticing it. All right, people waking up. And it's beautiful. That's how we know we at the end of days, man. And, you know, thank you, Al-Bashim outside, that you're waking up, getting that dry bones. All right, because earlier, I was watching a video of this Zappos lighter or something like that. It was like in such bad condition, horrible condition. But somehow, some way, the dude restored it back, made it even better. It was like a Harley Davidson lighter. I may do a lesson on it later this week, or you know, Lord willing, Yahweh Ratazah. I may do a lesson on it. But, you know, it came into mind, Ezekiel 37. You seeing how a bad condition, bad shape that lighter was. And the man restored it. And that's what he's doing to us, man. He's restoring us. All right, starting with the apostles and elders on down. All right, he has restored us back to our power. And we waking up at the end of days, man. And we boldly proclaiming the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, boldly out here preaching his word. All right. Like I said, don't take this thing lightly. I'm continuing Jeremiah 1 and 5 though. All right. I sanctify thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. All right. He ordained you a prophet unto the nations. What does that mean? That, you know, these videos that we make go throughout the whole world. All right, people's watching it throughout the whole world. And that's how Yahweh Hashem Yahshua set it up. Ultimately, YouTube was made for us to preach his word into all kingdoms. All right. Ordained you a prophet into nations, also because our people are scattered across the four corners of the earth. Why? Because of the curses. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. All right. We scatter across the whole earth, and we're worshiping other gods, wood and stone. All right. The Lord woke you up to this truth. You know, some of us was in Christianity, Islam, all these other religions, or didn't even believe in the God, but he woke us up. All right. He gave our dry bones flesh. And we got to thank the Lord for that, man. Thank the Lord for that. Then I said, Lord, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. That's how I was coming in this thing, man. I was like, really, Lord? You was choosing me out of all these people to come out here and preach his word? I'm like, I'm young in this thing. I'm like, there's even brothers younger than me. I mean, they mightier in the faith, stronger. I mean, they like my elders. There's younger brothers than me that's in this thing, man. But you know, like I said, you gotta be glad that the Lord chose you out of all people to come out here and preach his word. All right. I said, if you're doing this now, preaching his word, most likely you did it in your past life. All right. You was out there telling your people to repent and come back to your power. And you know, as you read through the scriptures over and over, our people, you know, they had to learn the hard way over and over. All right. Jezreel got fat. All right. They started living good, but then they started disobeying their power. I mean, that's sincerely disrespectful when you look at it, man. Here is the Lord brings you out of Egypt, all right, for being in slavery. And he's showing you through his signs and wonders, through his man Moses and Aaron, all right, showing his signs of wonder that he's the Lord, you know, the Lord above all these gods upon the earth, because we know all these other gods are nothing but wood and stone. He's showing you your power, and our people still transgressed against him. All right, that's why our people are so jacked up, man. The Lord showed us signs and wonders in the past, and that's why He's not going to show us a sign and wonder. All right now, until Jacob's trouble hit and the men of the Lord get that spiritual power. But right now, He's searching for the elect. All right, this is a sign and wonder. This is the only thing that I need, man, to let me know that this thing is real. All right, people's waking up. The prophecies is coming to pass, and it's beautiful. All right. But the Lord said unto me, say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I send thee, and whatsoever I command thou speak. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am thee to deliver thee, saith Yahweh. All right. So ultimately, we know that we ain't supposed to be out here scared. We're supposed to be out here preaching the word with great boldness. All right. And like I said, it's a beautiful thing for the Lord to call you, man. Let me get 2 Timothy 1:7. All right, because he told you, man, don't don't be scared, man. Because we have the power of the Lord behind us, man. And if you nervous, if you scared, like I was before I really started doing this, man, you got to pray for that more of that faith, for the Lord to take off that fear. Because we understand, man, the Lord got us, man. Anyways, this is 2 Timothy 1:7. For the Lord have not given us the spirit of fear. All right? That spirit of fear is of the enemy, of Satan, man. And we supposed to cast off Satan, man. I said the Lord is waking us up out of these dry bones, putting flesh upon us, putting flesh upon our bones, and it's nothing but Yahweh Hashem outside that's waking us up. All right, and it's a beautiful thing. All right, for men to come out here with great boldness, whether they by themselves or they have a group. All right. We're coming out here in great boldness, preaching in front of these nobles, preaching in front of these people, all these other nations, man. And we boldly proclaiming that the kingdom of heaven is going to come to pass. But before that, it's going to get crazy as hell out here. But the Lord is going to take care of his elect. And you got to show your faith, all right? Faith without works is dead. So that's why we out here preaching this word. If I didn't believe it, I wouldn't be out here. I said, you might look crazy. But, you got the people walking across, people driving by. This word is going out. All right? For the Lord have not given us a spirit of fear, but a power and a love and a sound mind. Be not therefore ashamed of this testimony of the Lord. So we ain't supposed to be ashamed of the testimony of the Lord. When the Lord told you to go out here to the highways and byways, preach this word, all right, with you not doing it, that's showing that you ashamed of this testimony. That's showing that you ain't bold. That's showing that you ain't scared. That's showing that you are scared. The Lord told you not to be scared out here. All right. Let's get that in Luke 14:23. All right. This is Salakia, bear with me. This is Luke 14:23. And the Lord said unto the servants, go into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come into my house, to come in, that my house may be filled. So that's what we out here, man. All right? To the highways and hedges, to the highways and byways, preaching this word with great boldness, telling our people they need to repent so they can come into the Lord, all right? Because when the Lord come back, he's not coming back with lollipops. He's not coming back with lollipops and rainbows, man. He's coming back with grace, fierce, and anger, all right? Get that in Revelation 1:7. Because all these tribes, all these people is going to mourn. It's Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him. All right. So the elect, everybody else, all these other nations is going to see him in that day. All right. And they also which pierced him, which also proves regeneration, reincarnation. All right. The ones that pierced him, all right, the Lord is going to come back and off with their heads, man. All right. And all the kindreds of the earth, all right, check this, shall wail because of him, even so, amen. Why is that? Because he's coming back with great anger and fury, flames, rebuke of fire, man. All right. So you Israelites that don't want to get with this program, that don't want to come back to your power, all right, the Lord gonna take you out for that, because he's sending his man out here to preach his word. And his men that's out there that don't want to preach this word, that want to just stay in the buildings, man, that's off with your head too. You're gonna be beaten with many stripes. All right. Let's get some more about the Lord coming back. Let's get Isaiah 34. It's Isaiah 34. Let's start at the top. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear. How's the earth is going to hear? The earth is going to hear by his prophets out there that's preaching the word. And all that are therein, the world and all the things that cometh forth of it. Verse 2. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He have utterly destroyed them. So we read that in Revelation 1 and 7. All right, all the nations going to wail because of him. All right. So here it is in Isaiah 34 is giving you more context as what's going to happen as well. All right, because he's going to utterly destroy them. All right. He had delivered them to the slaughter. So all these other nations that think they got next, Russia thinks they got next, China thinks they got next, but well, China's dealing with that coronavirus, which I believe is evolving. I had to watch the video, brother. Austere Man, GMS Austere Man. All right, he posted a video about the coronavirus evolving and spreading. All right, so we living in the last days of the last days, and whether you believe it or not. All right. The slain, let me see. The indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, his fury upon all the armies. He have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter. All right, like I said, all these other nations think they got next, but they ain't got next, man. All right. Their slain also shall be cast out. Their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. So it's going to be a lot of bloodshed in that day, man. Why? Because when you read Psalms 83, all right, starting with the nation of Edom, all right, all these other nations came together and tried to blot us out of existence, try to blot us out from remembrance of the Lord, all right? Because without our power, all right, we ain't nothing. That's why you see our people in such a low estate. But, you know, all throughout the world, that's why we are waking up, all right? That's why we're waking up. All right, verse 3, the slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all the hosts shall fall down, and the leaf fall up the vine as falling a fig from the tree. All right, how's the heavens going to roll away like a scroll? That's that nuclear missile. All right, especially when that nuclear missile hit this place called Babylon the Great, which is America. All right, the whole earth is going to shake to and fro like a drunkard. So that's why we out here warning our people, you know, you need to wake up. All right, because if you don't, you're going to be partaking in that slaughter. All right, when the Lord sends these nuclear missiles to destroy this place. All right. Let me see. Verse 5. For the sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. All right. Like I said, when you read Psalms 83, who's our first enemy in that? That's Esau, Edom, so-called white man. All right. Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom. All right. They put it in there because they're trying to hide who they are. These scholars know. These scholars know what's going on, man. These scholars know these prophecies. They know that we're right out here, but it's just you Jakes out here, you know, that want to walk by, that want to scoff, want to laugh. All right, y'all just in the lowest state, man. Y'all don't know what's going on. You know, like I said, it's all praises to Yahweh Shem outside if he chose you to wake up. All right, chose you out of all these people to wake up and come out here and preach this word. All right, because could have chose anybody else. You could have been out here, you know, walking around like a chicken with your head cut off, and you know, all this death and destruction happened without you even knowing what's going on. All right. Let me see. The sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of the sword. Let me see. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Wait a minute, Salakia. Verse 6. The sword of the Lord is filled with the blood, is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats. What does that mean? With the blood of lambs and goats. For you brothers and sisters that are out there, you know, the lambs is the Israelites, all right? And the goats is Idumea, Edom, all right? So it's going to be filled with the blood of lambs and goats, the blood of the Israelites and the Edomites, all right? One, because the 2/3 don't want to listen. They don't want to take heed. They want to have that do what thy wilt spirit. All right, they're going to be destroyed for that. And Idumea, well, they got it coming to them. All right, for putting our people in slavery, for making us drink that cup of slavery. So now that cup of slavery of death and destruction is going to come upon you. All right. Let's see. With the fat of the kidneys of rams, for the Lord have a sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, land of Edom. All right, what's the land of Edom right now? Land of Edom is right here in Babylon the Great, man. All right, when them nuclear missiles hit, that's that great sacrifice. That's that great slaughter. I say it's all praises to Yahweh Shem outside for waking you up to this truth, man. Because I can keep on saying, man, you could be out here walking around, have that do what thou wilt spirit, not pleasing the Lord, and the Lord being angry with you every day. You out here eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. And the Lord ultimately gives that judgment. You know, Jacob's trouble happens. You all know what's going on. You probably walk past the men of the Lord out there preaching his word. And you don't want to listen, and you be cut off, all right? Or you be cut off by the Lord because, you know, his the word did say what we just read in Isaiah 34, that his sword is going to be bathed in the lambs and the goats, all right? Let me see. Let's get verse 7. And the unicorns, Salakia, and all the unicorns shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with the blood, and the dust made with fatness. All right, verse 8, key point. For it is the day of the Lord, vengeance, and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion. What's the controversy of Zion? Controversy of Zion is these people out here saying that they the real Jews. All right? So they got to pay for that. We can read that in Ezekiel. All right? Read that in Ezekiel 36 and 6. Because the Lord has a controversy with these people. all right, taking our name, casting us out for a prey, all right, pushing us out of our land. 70 AD, we got pushed out of the land, went into different parts of Africa and Europe, and then ultimately we rose back up, all right, and we took over Rome and all the other parts, all the other parts of Europe, and we started ruling for about a good 1,000 years. The Byzantine Empire ruling about a good 1,000 years. We was living fat, we was living good, but our people was still wicked. Our people was going into Islam and all these other religions. Some of our people already knew they were still Israelites. And then come into the Renaissance period when the Edomites started raising back up because they was pushed back into pushed into the mountains. All right. But that's a little history. But anyways, let's get Ezekiel 36:5. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh thy power, surely in thy fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, against all Idumea, against all Edom, against all the white people, so-called white people, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of their heart. All right, because they stole that land. All these other heathens that's over there in Israel, all right, they ain't supposed to be there. All right, that's why they fighting each other. Got all these wars. That's why they killing each other over there. All right, this is the controversy of Zion. All right, so Lord willing, you're of the elect, and you be able to see these people get destroyed with these nuclear missiles. Lord willing, if we read that in Revelation 11:11 on down. All right. But anyways, have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of their heart, with the spiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. All right, because Israel is a people before it's a place, and it casts us out. It pushes us out. All right. Any brothers that's out there teaching that you gotta go back into Israel, you going off, man. Because that's another place that's gonna be destroyed. All right, it's got to be destroyed. They got Pink City over there. It's barren. It's dry. All right, that place got to be destroyed. It's full with heathens. Now we know Israelites are scattered across the four corners of the earth. So you got even the Israelites that look like the so-called Jewish people. All right, but the Israelites, the line goes back to Israel. All right. Let me see. Let's get verse 6. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and saying unto the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys. All right, these are the top governments, the ruling people, ruling class people. All right. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh thy power, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen. All right. Like I said, these people, they have the controversy of Zion. This is taking our land, taking our name, taking our gold, taking our riches, and they gotta pay for that. All right. Let's get Zechariah 9:6. This is Zechariah 9:6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. All right, what does that mean? All right, a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. That means the Edomites, man. All right, they dwelling in our land. All right, because ultimately they're bastards, man. All right, they have parted our land, taken our land, cast the people out for a prey. All right, they're not helping us out. They're not helping us out. And then you got our people pushing for Bernie Sanders, man. What does the word say about that, man? Sirach 12:10, never trust thine enemy. All right? So we ain't supposed to be out here trusting our enemies. But our people's out here thinking that so-called white man's really going to push for you. He's not, man. All right? They're going to do whatever they do. All right? They're going to slither their way in. All right? They're going to try to cultivate you. make themselves look good, make themselves look like they'll fight for you. But once they get into office or whatever, they still a pawn. That's all they is, man. And they might keep Donald Trump in because he's the man that gets things done in here. All right, he's the man that gets things done for them. Or they may get Booty Chich. Oh man, which he came out as, or somebody leaked it. I forget how it went, but either way, came out as he's a homosexual. All right, but shoot, if that man gets into office, gets inaugurated, shoot, the Lord may just call it in right there, man. Send them nuclear missiles, call all hell and mayhem right then and there, because that's definitely a sign that this place has gone down. All right, I said, this place got to go, man. Let's get Zechariah 11:4. All right. Thus saith Yahweh that power, feed the flock of the slaughter, because our people's gone into the slaughter, man. All right, our people's just hewed down, cut off in the streets. All right, they're getting shot. All right, verse 5. Whose possessions slayed them? Who's our possessions, man? That's so-called white man, Edomites. All right, they slaying us. All right, you got these cops out here that's shooting us down like it ain't no tomorrow, and they getting parted for that. All right, whose possessions slayed them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord. So this also what's happened, during slavery and what's happening now, man. They got their foot under our necks, on our necks, and they be like, blessed be the Lord, because ultimately they got rich off of us. Without the Israelites, America wouldn't be as great as it is. All right, because it's one of the greatest countries, but with being one of the greatest, you're going to have the greatest fall. All right, you're going to have all these nuclear missiles coming down and destroying this place. All right. Whose possessions slay them and hold themselves not guilty. They that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. All right, because our own shepherds, these pastors, all right, people that's up there making all these riches, Oprah Winfrey, Gayle King, even some of these NBA players, all right, they pity us not. Some of them know the truth. All right, before I came to camp, actually, I guess Floyd Mayweather had done a video, saying that we are the real Jews. That's all praises to Yahweh Shem outside, because sometimes our people won't listen to the man of the Lord out there that's preaching. Sometimes it got